Hello again, okay, here in this video. Division, that's right, division amongst the sexes. And it just keeps right on going, don't it? That's right, it just keeps right on going. You know the Bloom, that's right, the Bloom family from Colorado. You know, the mother and father who decided to turn the balloon loose and call the authorities and say their child was inside it. And left everybody on this big chase. And then made up their story. And then later on, after they were busted in their lies, because it was so obvious, I mean, the compartment they claimed the kid was in was made out of cardboard, right? It was so obvious they were so full of shit. But anyhow, we know the story because you remember the story. Made nation attention. And then they went on TV. They were enjoying their publicity. Let me show you something. I'll be right back with you. Well, what did you see there? Did you notice anything? I'll tell you what you're supposed to have noticed in case you didn't notice. See, they were both involved in this. Her and him. And she's not going to say she wasn't. She was right there in the middle of it all, including being on TV. That's right. She wasn't forced. Nobody twisted her arm. Nobody threatened her. You could tell that when she was in the video in the backyard the day the balloon supposedly got turned free. That there was no force involved here. She was willingly, knowingly doing what she was doing. But there's a problem here. See, Larimer County Court system is designed to help the United States government and the bankers by keeping the sexes divided. Once again, they create more division. See, it's not her that I'm going to attack. It's the court system. It's the people responsible for keeping the division going amongst the sexes. If you noticed what I noticed, see, he was charged with a felony. His charge is a felony. What's her charge? Oh, that's right. A slap in the hand. A misdemeanor. So he gets a felony, which will follow him the rest of his life. She gets a slap in the hand, a misdemeanor. They're both just as guilty. It's the exact same crime. She's even the one that fucking made the phone call. They were both involved. It's the exact same crime to both parties. But what did the courts do? That's right. The district attorney's office, what did they do? Well, we gotta give him a felony and we gotta give her a misdemeanor because she has a hole between her legs. We gotta keep her up on the pedestal. That's right. So we can keep the division going amongst the sexes. Why is that? Why is that she gets a misdemeanor and he gets a felony? See, it's just like the gal who cried rape. That's right. Cried rape. Almost sent 4 or 5 guys behind bars for years to come. Then it was proven that she was a liar. And the court system, once again, slapped her in the hand, gave all the rest of the women nationwide permission to cry rape anytime they want. That's right. But yet, if she hadn't been caught in her bull-faced lie, these guys would have served, what, 10 years or so behind bars? They would have been put on a sex offenders list. Their whole lives would have been destroyed for something they didn't do. That's right. But the court system's found that's okay. That's okay with us. Yep, us the court systems who work for the criminals, work for the terrorists, you know. It's like I heard the television set this morning, the news reporter talking about how happy the troops was to see one president, that's right, in a time when they're fighting a war on terrorism. You mean, no. You got that wrong. They're not fighting a war on terrorism. They're creating terrorism. They are the terrorists. They were so happy to get a present while they're busy killing innocent people and being a terrorist. That's what our troops was. They were so happy because they were getting a present while they were killing innocent people, while they were being terrorists, because they worked for the criminals, for the real terrorists, the United States government, who's on their knees for the real terrorists, the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. And that's why the court systems do what they do as well, because they're on their knees. They're on their knees for the criminals, the government, the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. They have to keep the division going, because they couldn't have us standing together. Because if we stood together, we would put a stop to their criminal asses, and they know it. So they got to keep us divided. So here we are, more division. As Larimer County in Colorado decides that it's all right to give her a misdemeanor and him a felony for the exact same crime. And then you're going to dig for every excuse you can to paint her out as the innocent victim because she has a hole between her legs so you can keep the division going. Isn't that correct? Then you wonder why the division keeps going and going and going and going and going. It's pathetic, people. Think about what I've said. Until the next video, you have a good one.